For this experiment, I wanted to do something that would require me to step outside of myself and do something that I normally would not do. When I decided on what nonverbal rule I would break, I knew I would have fun doing it. I had the idea of going to work for an 8-hour day and not communicating with anybody. I did this because I thought it would be fun, and I was looking forward to see how my coworkers would respond to me not communicating with them. It was very challenging that day at work because communication is a big part at my work, and communication is vital. The nonverbal rule that I chose to break was not using any verbal or nonverbal behaviors at work during the 8-hour day. I broke this rule last week on Tuesday, April 14th. I wanted to break this rule because I thought it would be fun and an interesting experiment to try and to see how it would go. And I broke this rule because I am usually a very social person and interact with people, and I normally don't ignore people when they talk to me. By not speaking with people at work, I'm going against my personal identity, which the book has personal identity as my personality, attitudes, taste, values, and features. With going against my personal identity, people at work automatically assume that something was wrong with me. People at my work reacted to me not talking in the way that I figured they would. Within the first hour at work, I had been asked 5 times if I was okay. It was a little less than I expected. I was pretty sure I would have more than 5 people ask if I was alright. By the end of the 8-hour day, I had been asked if I was okay 15 times. One person at work asked me 8 different times during the day if I was okay. And I had a feeling that this coworker would be the one to ask me multiple times if I was okay because she and I are very close and we've become very good friends since I started working there. And she treats me as if I'm a little brother. And so I knew she would be the one to ask me multiple times if I was okay. When I showed up to work and was quiet, she thought something was wrong. Because usually I come in the morning and I say good morning and I'm usually very interactive with everybody. I was using the vocal effect of silence throughout the day. I know some people don't think silence is a vocal effect or vocal cue, but it is. I used silence by not reacting to any comments that were made, and led to me being asked many times if I was okay. And not responding to any questions or comments is very difficult at work because we're a very heavy communicated work area, and it's very vital to us at work if we communicate with others. Being silent is most commonly associated with being upset or being sad, and that was according to the book. Besides me not speaking at work, I was also communicating by the posture that I had. I was slouched over and just acting like I did not want to be at work. This was me showing a type of delivery gesture indicating a message without me speaking to anyone. That was also according to the book. From this experiment, I learned that communicating through verbal messages can be very important. Being able to communicate is something that is important in life and in my work. Without communicating verbally at work, messages cannot be relayed from person to person without verbal communication. People calling over the intercom system cannot hear a nonverbal cue or message if they cannot see us. Nonverbal cues can be just as powerful as verbal messages, but I feel that nonverbal cues are more important and have a greater impact if they are accompanying vocal cues. By breaking this nonverbal rule, I found out that if I break my personality traits, then people may assume that something is wrong, and they will want to know what is wrong by asking questions and making sure that I'm okay. This experiment was fun for me because I was able to do something I normally do not do, and that would be not interacting with people and keeping to myself for an entire 8-hour workday.